Good morning, students. Next lecture is amino acid biosynthesis. Especially, we have only four families: aspartate, pyruvate, histidine, and serine amino acid families for your syllabus. And so these are the different families under amino acid biosynthesis: glutamate or alpha ketoglutarate family, aspartate family, pyruvate family, serine glycine or triose family, aromatic acid family, and histidine family. So we are going to have the first one is aspartate pyruvate family, and second one is serine glycine family, and third one is histidine family in your syllabus. So this is citric acid cycle, and citric acid cycle gives alpha ketoglutarate, and this alpha ketoglutarate and oxaloacetate are the intermediates of citric acid cycle, and this will give the glutamic acid and aspartic acid. From that, glutamine, proline, the arginine is formed. Okay, that is what is called as glutamic acid family or glutamate family, because all the three amino acids are arrived from or synthesized from glutamic acid. Next one is aspartic acid family or aspartate family. Oxaloacetate to aspartate is formed, and from that asparagine, methionine, threonine, and lysine and isoleucine is formed. So all the five different amino acids are called as aspartate family because all the five originated from aspartic acid. Next family is serine family and pyruvate family. Serine family is the amino acid synthesized from serine, cysteine, and glycine. Both are coming from serine, and the serine is generated from 3-phosphoglycerate of glycolysis, and the pyruvate is the end product of glycolysis. From the pyruvate, alanine, valine, leucine are formed. Okay, that is why all the three are called as pyruvate family. Next, coming to the glycolysis. So this glycolysis is that is producing the metabolite. Okay, that is phosphoenol pyruvate and erythrose 4-phosphate. All the two are involved in the synthesis of phenylalanine, tyrosine, and tryptophan. This aromatic acid family. So this is not in your syllabus. And coming to the pentose phosphate pathway, and that is producing ribose 5-phosphate, and ribose 5-phosphate is involved in the synthesis of histidine. So we have histidine and serine and pyruvate, then the glutamate family or aspartate family, both. So next one is aspartate and pyruvate families. Valine and leucine carbon chains are derived from pyruvate, and in bacteria, threonine, isoleucine, methionine, and lysine all emanate from aspartate. So threonine, isoleucine, methionine, and lysine all synthesized from aspartate. Fungi utilize similar pathways with the exception of lysine, but other components are same or similar. And this is a pathway for aspartate, and from the aspartate you can see how many number of metabolites are formed from aspartate. Okay, that is NAD. NAD is not an amino acid, but NAD is a component of intermediate metabolite. And from aspartate, aspartic acid to asparagine is formed. And the next one is threonine, alanine, pantothenate, leucine, valine, isoleucine, methionine, and lysine. Okay, all the five different amino acids are formed. So next one is serine glycine family. So in the serine glycine family, okay, this transformation is possible only by THF, tetrahydrofolate, and this is a folic acid metabolite. So folic acid is a very important component in the food. Okay, that is a vitamin, and as a coenzyme that is involved in the transfer of the methyl, that is tetrahydrofolate. And so this transformation is possible only by tetrahydrofolate and folic acid. So without folic acid, all the metabolism is not normal, and it is completely abnormal. That is why the carbohydrate metabolism donates glyoxylate and hydroxypyruvate, and by transamination reaction, okay, this is converted into glycine and serine. So glycine and serine comes under one family. Okay, is glycine and serine family, and only because of this one, tetrahydrofolate, N5-formyl tetrahydrofolate, and N5-10, and anhydroformyl tetrahydrofolate. So next, coming to the that is glycine family, glycine synthesis from serine, how the glycine is produced. So this is serine. From serine, okay, by using tetrahydrofolate, just now I told the glycine is produced, and from glycine and all the other components of glycine related metabolism will happen. And from serine, this O-acetyl, that is O-acetyl serine is formed, and O-acetyl serine is converted into cysteine, okay, by the enzyme O-acetyl serine sulfhydrolase. Okay, this moiety is going to be removed, okay, CH3COH moiety, and so remaining thing is CH2SH, okay, is the remaining one, that is H2S is incorporated. So next one is biosynthesis of serine, glycine, and cysteine. Okay, this is a continuation, the same detailed manner. And last family is histidine family. In this histidine family, the biosynthesis of histidine occurs via a unique pathway that is more closely linked, okay, to the metabolism of pentoses. In the branching chain, okay, I told, okay, these are the other one, okay, that is the pentoses, the ribose 5 phosphate. The pentose phosphate pathway is very important, that is involved in the histidine biosynthesis. Little more complex, okay, this one when compared to all the other components, and we can have one by one. And this is the histidine biosynthesis, and ultimately the L-histidine is formed here, and we can have one by one in a zoom manner. You can see here, this is the first molecule, okay, this is a 5-phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate, and it's converted into and N1 5 prime phosphoribosyl ATP, and converted to, okay, N1 5 prime phosphoribosyl AMP, and next one is phosphoribosyl farm amino 5 amino imidazole carboxamide ribonucleotide. So no need to draw all the structures in amino acid metabolism. It is very difficult for you. Maybe that is needed only for the biochemistry students. As a microbiology students, you can remember the names and write the sequences. And maybe you have to write the names of the enzymes also. The first one is, that is, first enzyme is phosphoribosyl ATP pyrophosphorylase. No need to write the full name of the enzyme, and pyrophosphorylase is enough. And the second is pyrophosphohydrolase, and the third one is cyclohydrolase, and the fourth one is, okay, the ribonucleotide isomerase, and the fifth one is aminotransferase and cyclase, and sixth one is dehydratase, and the seventh one is transaminase, eighth one is phosphatase, and ninth one is dehydrogenase. All the enzyme, okay, maybe the last one is very important, the function, that is very important to identify. And the phosphoribosyl farm amino 5 amino imidazole carboxamide ribonucleotide is further converted into phosphoribosyl farm amino 5 amino imidazole carboxamide ribonucleotide. Okay, and this again converted into imidazole glycerol phosphate by the reaction, okay, the glutamine to glutamate, okay, by the fifth enzyme. And in the sixth reaction, okay, this imidazole glycerol 3 phosphate is converted to imidazole acetal phosphate, and this again converted into histidinol phosphate by the action of glutamate to ketoglutarate, and histidinol phosphate is converted to histidinol, and histidinol means OL, and the histidinol is formed. The CHO OH hydroxyl moiety is converted into CHO. That is, this is histidinol and this is histidinol. Okay, by the action of ninth enzyme, okay, that is dehydrogenase, by using NAD as a cofactor, NAD to NADH plus H plus, and this is finally forming a very important amino acid, that is histidine, L-histidine. I think maybe you can remember the different names. The first one is 5-phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate, and by the enzyme pyrophosphorylase. Okay, pyrophosphorylase means the removal of okay, the inorganic pyrophosphate. Okay, and this is ATP. ATP donates energy and removed inorganic pyrophosphate, and one phosphate with adenosine. Okay, that is called as AMP. AMP is going to be attached, okay, with this one. That is why already available two phosphates are there, and the AMP is going to come automatically. That will be converted into ATP. That is N1 5 prime phosphoribosyl ATP is there. And by the action of the second enzyme, okay, you can see pyrophosphohydrolase. Hydrolase means water hydrolysis. The water will remove two more phosphate, okay, that is these two phosphates, and N1 5 prime phosphoribosyl AMP is formed. If two are removed, or total three, if two are removed, that is monophosphate, diphosphate, triphosphate, and these two are removed means only the monophosphate is there. So ATP is converted into AMP. And the third enzyme is cyclohydrolase. Cyclohydrolase is formation of the cyclic ring and this one is going to be formed phosphoribosyl, formimino, 5-amino, imidazole, carboxamide, ribonucleotide, and further by the fourth reaction isomerase, both are isomerase isomers, the same molecular weight but different configuration or different structures. Okay, and so this is a cyclic ring and this is a slightly modified cyclic ring, and phosphoribosyl, formamino, 5-amino, imidazole, carboxamide, ribonucleotide. Okay, that is there. And the fifth enzyme is the cyclase and aminotransferase and cyclase. Aminotransferase means the amino group is transferred. Okay, this is glutamine to glutamate means glutamine, amine group. Glutamate means glutamic acid. So amine group is transferred from glutamine to glutamate, and again that is another one more cyclase, the formation of a cyclic ring. Okay, this is going to be formed into a cyclic ring, and further by the sixth enzyme dehydratase, removal of water, and this will be forming imidazole acetal phosphate. And seventh reaction is again transaminase, here glutamate to not glutamine, so glutamate to 2-keto glutarate. Okay, so histidinyl phosphate is formed by the action of eighth reaction. Okay, that is the phosphatase, removal of phosphate. So this phosphate is going to be removed, and you can see here CH2, which is this called as histidinol. And again further dehydrogenase reaction, dehydrogenation. Okay, this will be forming CHO. CHO means OL is converted into AL, that is, this is hydroxyl moiety and this is aldehyde moiety. And the ninth reaction is catalyzes both reactions, the histidinol dehydrogenase, NAD to NADH plus H plus, and this will be forming ultimately the final one. Okay, that is L-histidine. So that's all about the amino acid biosynthesis. And next we are going to, so this is overall reaction of histidine formation. Either you can remember this one or this one. Okay, or maybe you can remove this structures, then you can remember only the structures. Maybe if you are studying like this, you cannot understand, okay, what is going to be transferred or something. Maybe you can use this platform and remove the structures and remember number one, number two, what are the enzymes. I don't need, okay, the phosphoribosyl, ATP, pyrophosphorylase, only pyrophosphorylase is enough for you. Okay, similarly, and pyrophosphohydrolase and cyclohydrolase and ribonucleotide isomerase, and the fifth enzyme is aminotransferase and cyclase, and dehydratase, transaminase, phosphatase, dehydrogenase. It's very simple, and if you understand it clearly. So with this, we can conclude this amino acid metabolism. In this amino acid metabolism, we had three different families: aspartate family and pyruvate family. Second one is serine glycine family, and third one is histidine family. Okay, and this is aspartate family, and this is serine glycine family, and this is also continuation of serine glycine family. And this page is not needed. And if you want to elaborate to study about, okay, all serine and glycine, you can have this one, and histidine biosynthesis, and this is very, very important. Okay, with this we can conclude and all the amino acid biosynthesis, and we can continue the purine biosynthesis and pyrimidine biosynthesis next class. Thank you.